director is really to read through the script and have a really clear idea of what the story is trying to say at its heart. And then to be able to, from that one point, which sort of serves as an anchor, creatively come up with an entire vision that then extends to how that one idea is going to be visually interpreted, how it's going to be represented frame by frame through the way that we shoot it, through like color schemes, through the pacing and the kind of mood and tone that we set for actors. And then that also progresses all the way to, in post-production, like choosing the type of music that's going to go with the film. I think that any film project that you're involved in, you have to give so much of yourself and so much of your time, and it can be a long process and it can be very stressful, and it's just a lot of work. And I think there's real value in ensuring that the projects that you're a part of serve a greater purpose than just like, let's make a movie, but that they actually have some intention behind it, some kind of message that you are fully on board with, or that they're communicating something that you think is important for the world to hear. And so that's what really initially drew me to the script.
Legal is important, and that's something creatives are very tempted to forget. Naji and I put together just a very simple one-page contract. We had a contract with the director, and then everybody else, all the cast and crew, had to sign releases and waivers so that they wouldn't hold us liable if anything happened on the set. Also giving us permission to use their image and voice both in the short film and the making of. This may be different depending on what country you're in, but it's definitely something you should look into. When you write a script, you do have to keep in mind, as few locations as possible, and also as accessible a location. I didn't realize by one of the locations being a restaurant how difficult that would be.
We really need to differentiate the exterior setting and the interior setting. So for the interior restaurant, we were looking for something that was going to have a real feeling of being restricted, confined, something that felt a little darker and a little moodier than your average family restaurant. And it also needed to have this feeling of exclusivity. I mean, the biggest challenge was, I guess, budget. Location permits and hiring a space can be very expensive, especially in LA. So you often have to make creative compromises.
We ended up getting a huge blessing out of nowhere through the Middle East Women's Network, and they're a board member, and basically opening up their home. We just got creative with our space. So we actually turned a home into a restaurant.
The other location was a garden, and in Southern California in the summer, it's just dry. So that was challenging.
We needed a really wide open space that felt abundant and felt wild and felt organic. We had a lot of difficulty finding an abundant garden, and the house that we actually shot the restaurant in, they did have a garden. But the problem with that is that although it was an irrigated garden, so it was green and it was luscious, but it felt very manicured. It was representative of a wealthier sort of garden in society, and we wanted the garden to feel like it was accessible to all people. That there was something a lot more natural and organic about it. So I was just so excited when we found this apple orchard. It just felt like another world, and it was so green and fresh and lush, and it ended up being the perfect location. With casting, because it's such a short film and there isn't a lot of dialogue, we needed the actresses' faces and natural personas to really represent what the characters are kind of immediately.
Nowadays, it's all done online. And probably in all countries, this would be the way. Is you post online. You can post on Facebook or Instagram. You can also post here in LA. There's Hollywood Film and Casting and other official websites that actors look to. And so we posted there. They submitted headshots and resumes, and then we auditioned up in Hollywood with them, and it was wonderful.
So the food comes out, you two start eating the food, and you just think it's amazing. Talia, you don't even touch your food because you're just so confused. It's literally like this tiny little food on like a massive plate. And you sip your water, and then you spill water on yourself. I just want to see that action play out.
So good. Look at all this food. This is so much more than we got last time.
I know.
It's because someone's hungry.
Yeah. Let's see.
Really sweet.
Really?
Yeah. Excuse me, what?
From the minute Kaylin walked into the room, she just had this, she had a natural presence of joy and curiosity and kind of, when what she brought to the role in the audition was this real sense of awe and innocence and wonder, and that's what we needed for Talia. So, it was an easy choice, really. I think whenever you're building a crew, it often starts with, you won't have an idea of exactly everyone that you need, but you'll have a few key people, and then as you bring them on, they'll bring on a string of other people. And yeah, that's just kind of how the whole like film community really works. Especially with a project like this where you can't actually pay everyone the expected industry rates. You're really trying to bring people on board that artistically and I guess on either an emotional or spiritual level connect to the material to connect to the script and the story. Once you have a cinematographer and a production designer, they're going to know friends or people that they work with that they can bring on board, and so it kind of just grows and expands from there.